my expanded role is to, as I'm understanding it, as the city is trying to understand it, is to help us be thoughtful and proactive, and also be appreciative of the vast unknowns that are in front of us. We prefer to think in terms of the things that we know and that we can control, but I think an important thing for us to begin to shift to is recognizing that the things we don't know are the really important variables in front of us, and and resilience means preparing for not knowing how things are going to move around us, and being able to roll with changes, especially climatic changes that are going to change the nature of our ecosystem and therefore our society over the next 100 years, beyond us, into the lifetimes of my children and maybe grandchildren. That's a daunting task, of course, and realistically it's an impossible task, and it's only one that that I can begin to think about, and it's not one that I can do on my own. And so part of an appeal here is for all of us to work at these things together. That's the task of urban forestry, and that's the expanded task that now comes to all of us, and that I'm scratching my head thinking about how do I live into that.
Well, I'm glad you're the one kind of stepping into that challenge, because I think coming at it from the standpoint of trees, I mean, trees is just, through this relationship, I've really come to appreciate how trees do provide just a really compelling reference point for thinking about resilience, in terms of they do oblige us to think about what's happening in a longer time frame. They invite us to come together as a community and be in relationship with each other. They force us to collaborate and work together in many senses, as you find even within the city, the streets department having to work with the parks department, having to work with neighborhoods and developers. I mean, it requires a certain kind of coordination, all of which, apart from the ecological benefits, add to our resilience, our ability to kind of react to change and be determined about the change that we want to see. So I'm really grateful for you in that role.